everyone. I'm Larry Ridley.
Larry, with a beautiful skyline towering just to the right of us, you get a look inside Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical. And that's what they did on the first play.
Now a play fake here on first down. This one caught, Jordan Cameron, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Carr to throw on second down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive. First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And to give this time to the tailback. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And out come the Dolphins now. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Shreds the tackle. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On the delay, here's Ajay. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Charles Johnson's stock in trade is coming off the edge and getting to the quarterback. He knows how to make some of those subtle moves inside to help in the run game, and he did it right there.
He's an athlete back in high school, played football, basketball, track, so he's a mobile guy.
Mobile guy, made a nice play against the run.
Now Carr. And the third down pass falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, and that'll bring up a fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Brandon, last week we saw this guy play really, really well. A top-notch performance. I'm sure he's ready to do it again today, and we get to witness it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Panthers.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll try the air now with Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
And they'll run it here. They find some open field here. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. They set up the screen to Ajayi. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. And Frank's kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Taken in at the 11. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Carr. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They were looking that time for Leonte Carew, and it's 3rd and short.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem there's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
Newton on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Carew's got it complete. They'll get 23 yards there. And it's first down, Miami. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. That is caught inside the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They'll try to run with a J. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jay Ajayi as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. Carr now on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So the offensive unit called the TO. And now we are ready to resume play. Red zone opportunity. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go. Red 18.
Shotgun now for Carr. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And Frank's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going up top, and that's caught inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because you're passing. Lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And to the left side here, Wilson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Where we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Third down now following the run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Time running out here on the play clock. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football, comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give him a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
2nd down following the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Fresh set of downs here. Newton on first down. And caught left side, Olsen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. And on the ground they go with a running back. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Newton on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, Newton. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They got the lead last time, had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and now it's 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Here's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Landry again, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Now Carr. And he has Carew. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Play clock's running down. And now here's a carry heading left. Stays on his feet. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Play clock winding down. And they'll go on the ground. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. That room to run, just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
Well, it was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away. And there's
Cam Newton all alone. The 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton, 98 yards. And the Panthers, they're just an extra point away now from taking the lead. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Gano now to add the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down following the run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
They come out with one back and three tight ends. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Carr now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Thomas Davis from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Carr throwing on second down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, able to find Carew. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Carr keeps it on the sneak. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He's back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Back to throw. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. 14 yards that time for number 14. They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. He takes it across for the touchdown, and and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. How many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got?
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Carr will look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for two, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth. So the inability there to get the two-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Onto the field, here come the Panthers. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now Newton. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
One last throw here for Newton. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.